God's message today begins with urgency, with gentleness, with love, with fire in my voice and warmth in my hands. And I need you to listen not with fear, but with faith. Because the words you are about to receive are more than encouragement. They are restoration, they are healing, they are alignment for your destiny. And I say this now, before you go any further, watch this video to the end. Because within this message are not just words, they are keys, prayers, and windows into breakthrough. And if you skip ahead, you may miss the exact moment heaven meets your pain, your question, your confusion, and wraps it in truth. So stay, listen, soak, and let me speak, because this is about hope, not the shallow kind, not the world's version that evaporates when the sun gets too hot, but my hope, the kind that anchors your soul, the kind that steadies your heart when life pulls and rips at your dreams, the kind of hope that whispers, "There's more," even when everything looks like it's ending. And I want you to hear me, child. Hope is holy. Hope is warfare. Hope is oxygen for your spirit. And I created you to wake up with hope, not dread, not worry, not numbness, not regret, but hope. Because when you rise with hope, you rise with me. And when you open your eyes with expectation, you open your soul to invitation. And I begin to move in your day, in your plans, in your battles. And I know some days it feels heavy before the sun even rises. I know the burdens try to jump on you before your feet hit the floor, but I'm calling you to shift that pattern today, to wake up with hope, to train your spirit to believe again before anything else begins. Because when you choose hope first, you choose to let me lead. And I'm telling you, your day changes when hope leads it. And I know you've been through things. I know you've had disappointment, unanswered prayers, losses that cracked the foundation you built your dreams on. But that was not the end of the story. And I am not finished writing. And just because pain shouted louder than joy for a season doesn't mean it will always be that way. And even now, in this moment, I am awakening sleeping hope inside you, the kind you tucked away, the kind you stopped speaking about, the kind you assumed was dead. And I want you to know, nothing is wasted. Not the tears, not the silence, not the waiting, not even the questions that felt like betrayal when you couldn't understand why things turned out the way they did, because, in all of that, I was still there, holding space for your healing, protecting what you didn't know needed protecting, redirecting you when the path looked like punishment. And now I'm saying, it's time to hope again. It's time to speak life into your morning, into your family, into your career, into your health, into your heart. And I want you to know, beloved, when you hold on to hope, even the tiniest thread, I can work with that. I can breathe on that. I can multiply that. And it is better to hope and hurt than to surrender to despair and die inside. Because I am your God, the one who raises the dead. And that includes the dreams, the joy, the purpose you buried too soon. And I say now, get up in your spirit, rise again, because hope is not weakness, it's strength. It's the refusal to be defined by circumstances. And even when you don't feel strong, your hope becomes your strength. And when you place your hope in me, you place your future in the safest hands, and I will not fail you. I will not let hope be put to shame, Romans 5:5. And I want you to prophesy this over your life today. I still have hope. I still believe. I still expect good things from my God. Say it out loud. Write it down. Hold it like a shield. Because hope gives heaven legal room to act. And I honor the hopeful. I defend the hopeful. I bless the hopeful. And when others laugh and say, "Why do you still believe after all you've been through?" you will smile and say, "Because my God still speaks. and He's not finished. And I'm not just giving you hope for you, I'm giving you hope to carry for others, for your children, your friends, your neighborhood, your generation, and I'm making you a carrier of hope, a living vessel of the reminder that light still shines, that miracles still happen, that joy is still coming in the morning. Psalm 30, Banding 5. And I want you to know this. Hope is the bridge between your prayers and my answers. And the enemy hates hope because it cannot be controlled by fear. But I'm surrounding you now with fresh hope, with the kind of supernatural confidence that says God is with me, and I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Psalm 27, Banding 13. And this message, this very moment, is me reaching through your doubt and reminding you, you didn't lose your way. You just lost sight of what was possible, but I'm restoring that now. And I'm not asking you to understand everything. I'm asking you to trust me with what's next. To wake up tomorrow and say, I expect good, and to go to sleep tonight and say, God is working while I rest. And I want you to listen to this again in the morning and again at night, because it will shape your spirit and remind your soul who I am. And I am still the God of hope, Romans 15:13. And I will fill you with joy and peace as you trust in me, and hope will overflow, not just drip, but overflow. And that's what you need in this season, not just barely enough hope to survive, but enough to change your atmosphere, your thinking, your family, your finances, your whole life. And I want you to lean in and receive this, because this is only part 1, and there is so much more I want to give you. So don't stop here, watch the full series, listen every day. And if part 1 stirred something in your soul, then lean in closer now, because this continuation is no accident. No random message, it's me continuing the work I began in you. And I want you to understand that hope is not only is protection, it is armor. It is your covering in a world that tries every day to strip your spirit bare. And when you carry hope, you carry a shield that blocks despair, discouragement, and deception. And I have not asked you to hope blindly, asked you to hope boldly, fiercely, consistently, because hope doesn't make you weak, makes you unshakable. And every time you hope when it would be easier to quit, you draw the attention of heaven. You declare war on the lies the enemy told your bloodline. And I am surrounding you with this divine truth. You are protected by your hope, and I know. The enemy has tried to make you believe that having hope means setting yourself up for disappointment. But that's a lie, because when your hope is in me, not in timelines, not in people, not in perfect outcomes, then your hope becomes a fortress, a stronghold that cannot be shaken. And I'm not saying this lightly. I'm saying it as someone who has seen the weapons formed against you, who has watched the battles you didn't speak about, the nights you prayed through silently, the times you smiled while carrying burdens so heavy no one else could understand. But I understood, and I sent hope like a rope to hold on to, like a whisper in the dark that said, don't let go. And now I want you to see how powerful that hope was. It didn't just keep you alive, it kept you aligned, it kept you available. And that availability is why miracles can still find you, because your heart stayed open, and I honor that, I bless that. And now I'm strengthening you further, because the hope you carry doesn't just protect you, it positions you. And you didn't miss your moment, child. You're stepping into it, and your hope is the gate that opens the way. And I want you to begin to see that every time you choose hope over despair, you are declaring spiritual authority. You are standing as one who belongs to me, one who expects me to move, one who believes I'm still working even when I'm silent. And that expectation is not arrogant, it is worship. It is warfare, it is faith in action. And it activates my presence around your life, because hope is a magnet for my promises, and I don't ignore those who hope in me, I protect them. Psalm 33, banding 18. I surround them, I go before them, and I want you to remember this every morning. Hope isn't just an emotion. It's a spiritual shield. And when you speak it out loud, when you declare, I still believe, you confuse hell. You shut down fear, and you welcome me into every decision, every atmosphere, every room you walk into. And I want you to understand why hope is so attacked. Because the enemy knows if he can steal your hope, he can paralyze your prayers, he can blur your vision, he can shrink your future. But I've made you a warrior of hope, and that means no matter how long it takes, you'll keep expecting, keep believing, keep praising, keep preparing. And I'm increasing that mantle on you right now. I'm pouring into your spirit a new level of hopeful clarity, a kind of vision that sees through disappointment and still says, God is good, and something greater is coming, because it is. And it's not, for it's closer than you think, and hope is pulling it into reach. And I want you to wake up every day with the confidence that I am your covering, that I am protecting what you can't see, defending what you didn't even know was under attack, and guiding what seemed lost because you hoped, and I honor hope. I reward hope, I multiply hope, and this is why you must protect it. Feed it, speak it, nurture it, and never let it go. And even if you only have the strength to whisper, let your whisper say, I still believe, because I hear even the faintest cry of hope, and I respond not with punishment, but with purpose, not with silence, but with signs, and you will see them, you will feel them, and you will know this message wasn't hype, it was heaven. And as you continue through this series, remember this truth. You didn't just find this video found you. And I orchestrated that connection because I'm not just trying to speak to your mind, I'm anchoring your spirit, and by the time we finish all 6 parts, your hope will not only be restored, it will be And now we go deeper, because what I want you to understand in this moment right here, right now, is that your hope is not passive. It's not just sitting quietly in the corner of your heart waiting for things to get better. No, it is supernatural fuel. It is a divine activator, a force that moves things in the realm of the spirit. And every time you choose to hope, even when your world feels heavy, even when no answers come, even when you are surrounded by reasons to give up, your hope creates movement in heaven. It calls angels to attention. It aligns timelines. It breaks stagnation. It awakens the supernatural, and yes, child, I mean miracles. I mean wonders. I mean shifts that no man can explain. Because I honor the ones who refuse to stop believing. And I want you to realize that your hope has power you haven't even tapped into yet. Because I've placed something inside you that can call the impossible into existence. Romans 4:17. And you may not feel strong or qualified or worthy, but I'm not asking you to feel, I'm asking you to believe. And when you do, hope becomes the current that heaven flows through. And you begin to see things that defy logic. Relationships restored without explanation. Finances released from unseen places. Closed doors opening at the mention of my name. And peace arriving in the middle of storms that should have broken you, and all of it, I tell you again, flows from hope. Because hope is prophetic. It sees what hasn't happened yet and still acts as if it's already true. And I love that kind of faith. I reward it, I surround it, and I build upon it. And if you only knew how many miracles were suspended, waiting for your faith to rise, you would stop doubting your value. You would stop thinking nothing's changing. And you would begin to speak with boldness. My miracle is moving toward me, even now, because it is. And I'm not teasing your spirit time, revealing your authority. And as you hope, your discernment sharpens, your dreams align, your prayers take on fire, and I begin to reveal strategies, people, connections, insights, and opportunities that had been hidden, because hope doesn't just bring comfort, it unlocks revelation. It expands your spirit to hold more of me, more truth, more strength, more direction, and I want you to prepare for strange favor, unexpected provision, divine acceleration, because hope is a magnet for the supernatural, and it's drawing power into your life, not because you earned it, but because you hoped for it. And I respond to hope with movement, and I want you to know, even if you're watching this alone, feeling forgotten, even if no one has ever spoken destiny over your life, I am speaking it now, and I am saying, you are worthy of miracles, you are worthy of joy, you are worthy of breakthrough, and your hope proves it, because you haven't let go, even when you were tired, even when others gave up, you kept a flicker alive. And I'm blowing on that spark now, and it will become a flame, and it will warm every cold place in your story, and bring light to every corner that felt dark. And I want you to understand this. Hope doesn't delay the supernatural, it invites it. And the reason some people miss their miracle is because they gave up one day too soon. They stopped hoping before the angel arrived, but you won't. Because I've ordained that your hope would outlast the silence. And now I'm honoring your endurance with power, with presence, with prophetic clarity, and you will say, I knew. Something was about to happen. I felt it, and yes, child, that feeling was me, confirming that your hope has called down heaven, and I want you to keep watching, keep soaking, because there's more to this message. And part 4 will awaken even deeper layers of hope inside you. And the reason I've broken this message into parts is because hope grows in layers, in waves, and by the time we reach the final part, you won't just be hopeful.